Alright, let's see if the Wang gang hype has died down. Nope! Nope, okay. Predictable. You would make him man of the season, sure, okay. Oh! 96%. We should turn the right back into Wang Gang Jr. Okay, okay. 100 potential? You guys are taking the meme too far. At this point, I might as well just go all out. Why not? Is that what you guys want? Just to go crazy with them and give him an Akinfenwa body? Ladies and gentlemen, it is your #1 fat Asian coming to you today with another one of these. Coming at you with episode 5, which in Chinese is or Speaking of weird sexual noises, that is the noise that I think all of you guys in the Fat Asian Nation are making at the sight of this majestic beast. Oh, he is glorious. Look at this, man. I've just leaned into it, guys. You wore me down, and I too am part of the hashtag WangGangers. The many messages on Twitch and in the comment section have indicated that y'all love Wang Gang and you want his legacy, his progeny to live on in Wang Gang Jr. And that is this man right here. Using Chinese technology, we have cloned Wang Gang and injected him with Chinese steroids, giving him the body of a Chinese Akinfenwa. Additionally to that, I gave him some sweet customization. Check out the arm tat with the Chinese koi on it. On the other side, you got this lotus bracelet. The shirt is tight. You can almost see the nips, but everything else was the same. So basically the height, the weight, the face, the skin tone, everything was the same. The only things that have changed are, you know, cosmetic stuff, the tattoos, and of course we gave him this sick ass ponytail. If you look at photos of ancient Chinese warriors, this was the preferred hairstyle of choice for all the greats. I thought it only fitting that he would be our great Chinese general, as we've given him the captain's armband, that he should possess the mantail. And as you can see when you take a look at the stats, they are exactly the same. I've cloned everything about him over to Wang Gang Jr. And since Wang Gang went ahead and won the Man of the Season, we gave the 4-perk upgrade to Wang Gang Jr. Those 4 perks being 1, he's left-footed, we have him on the right side, so we had to upgrade his weak foot to 4-star. Ended up giving him 2 additional traits, but only 1 that you can see, and he already has Leader of Men, as well as Solid Player now, and then we additionally gave him Acrobatic Clearances. I mean, it's fairly useful as a defensive player. And additionally, he's gotten a couple of boosts in acceleration as well as sprint speed, because he also won a couple of accolades on the stream. As for the petition to give Wang Gang Jr. 100 potential, there was a couple of other people in the comment section that, hey, you should give this guy high potential, and you should give this guy high potential, and I think Wang Gang is the only one I'm gonna do it with, because it is a slippery slope. You do it for Wang Gang, you start doing it for everyone else, and if everyone has 100 potential, no one's really special. I was gonna have them with their default potential for now, and if they get, you know, man of the matches, or if they have excellent performances on stream, then you guys have to have the sense to actually give them upgrades, instead of constantly upgrading one guy who is a right back. And that's the only reason why I'm even considering giving him 100 potential, is because he's a right back. We've got 100 rated right back. It's not going to be that overpowered. Not to disparage fullbacks, but I mean. And as for the other votes in the last episode, it was a foregone conclusion. Alfonso Davies was the outright winner, the man that we were going to nationalize into China. So that is what we have gone ahead and done. As you can see, next to his name is the People's Republic of China flag. Right there. Speaking of nationalization, I spoke of this in the last episode, but we found out that Tahit Chong, the young starlet from Manchester United, is actually half Chinese. His father is Chinese, and with the last name Chong, it kind of made sense. But if you look at him, not the most Chinese looking guy. Call me a racist, but yes, his father is of Chinese descent and his mom is from Curacao. And Chong hasn't been capped for the Netherlands national team, so he's eligible in real life to play for China. So that is what we went ahead and did. We poached him off of the Manchester United roster. We brought him over to China. We've renationalized him over to Chinese. And let us all give him a warm welcome. Everyone in the comment section right now, go ahead and say welcome Chong to the People's Republic, as we paid double what he was worth to Manchester United, as well as doubled his weekly wages, and I think we probably slid a little bit under the table as well. Additionally to Chong, we also brought in a couple of familiar faces, that being Hu Rentian. If anybody knows about him, he was an absolute legend in the original career mode. And then Paulinho and Hulk were both on one-year contracts, so we brought both of them back in. And a great suggestion from the chat in the Twitch stream was to bring in this man, Roger Guedes, 22 years of age, and he is Brazilian, and the biggest thing was he actually plays in the Chinese Super League. He's got a nice end potential of 81, and since he plays in the Chinese Super League, he will not count as one of the 3 foreign players that will be on our roster, and that also is the same for Chong. Each one of these 5, well, 2 of them we're bringing back, none of them will count against our foreign player limit, so we still have 3 options available. And speaking of Roger Guedes, he's already played 1 or 2 years in the Chinese Super League, which means in 3 years, he can nationalize the Chinese. Like legit in real life, he could do that. And poaching talent from Brazil might be a more viable option than I had originally planned. Because when we first started out the career mode, I was like, I don't want to poach stuff from the big countries like England or France or Brazil and that kind of stuff. But then when we looked at where China is heavily investing, we saw that they have pumped $15 billion into Brazil. It only makes sense that if we're pumping $15 billion into the Brazilian economy, the least that they could do is give us a little bit of footballing talent back. You know, export, import. That's why this season is going to be the raid of Brazil. We are going after not exactly the top tier youngster talent, but the tier right below. I'm thinking like 85 potential and lower. So the likes of like a Gabriel Jesus or a Vinicius Jr. or the new Real Madrid signee, Militao. All those guys we're not going to go after because those are realistically the future first team of the Brazilian national side. So what I'm going to do right now is present to you 5 names, and you guys are going to go ahead and vote up in the eye thingies, and the ones with the top 3 votes are the 3 boys that we're going to be bringing in this season. As for Dennis the Menace and Kabeyman, we're going to send them out on loan, and if we don't really like anyone from this season, then we'll nationalize either Kabeyman or Dennis the Menace at the end of the year. But as for the 5 names, starting off is Wendell. He's 21 years of age. He plays for Sporting CP. And as you can see in his face, he looks like he's a father of 4. How is this man supposed to be 21? Bro. But as you can see, he's extremely well balanced in both physical and technical attributes, as well as potential is right there around the 84-85 range. And even at the young age of 21, his composure is already at 81. He's already wise beyond his years, as his face indicates. Next on the list of possible transfers in, we could double dip into Manchester United's youth academy and grab ourselves an Andres Pereira. Gordon absolutely scintillating goal in the comeback up against Southampton, and as you can see, very well balanced, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's 5'10", 23 years of age, so he's a little bit up there, but he's got very nice technical abilities. His physicals are, you know, they're pretty good. He's got a potential of about 83. And then next on the list, and this is something that we're kind of missing because we're using Hulk right now as a striker, and that is Joelinton, 22 years of age, Brazilian as well, 6'1", 4-star weak foot, which is always nice for a striker. And as you can see, his top thing is that he's big, he's tall, he's fast. And for a big man, I actually like his agility. 71 agility, 70 in balance, so he's not super clunky. Fourth on the list is 22-year-old Wesley, and he, again, is one of these Brazilian giants. 22 years of age, but he's 6'3", and he is a goddamn monster. 97 strength, but he also has some glaring weaknesses, that being his balance is at 46, and his agility is at 52. Essentially what he is a Brazilian Lukaku. Fifth person on this list is a little bit of a wild card because he is not Brazilian, and that is this man right here, Edvin Bergström. Edvin Bergström? I don't know how to pronounce Swedish names. Weird. Except to PewDiePie. But the defining thing about this man, besides his penis-shaped hairstyle, is that he is the regen of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And I can envision a storyline where we go ahead, steal some DNA of Zlatan, and go ahead and clone him, and with the power of the cheat engine, we could actually go ahead and recreate Zlatan. We can make him 6'5", we can give him the high agility, we can give him the same face, the same hairstyle, and everything. Would you want a Zlatan clone on this team, or do you feel like, yeah, that's a little bit unrealistic? Let's go ahead and make our own heroes. So, those are the 5 options. Go ahead and vote on them, and when the time comes to make that transfer, we're gonna have a lot in the war chest, because you guys went ahead and voted, and in a landslide, you want to convert all the donations on the Twitch into money for us to spend. And through a combination of gifted subs, Twitch Prime subs, donations, and bits, you guys have accumulated an extra $183 million pounds to add on to already the 300 million pound budget that we're given. So over the next season, we will have 483 million to go ahead and play around with. And that is before this next weekend stream, which we can even add even more. And as for our youth scouts, you can see that we have set up the Kung Fu Panda and Jackie Chan to search for the next 9 months for Chinese attackers. In the last season, we had them search in China for any, and we got back a good number and a good variety of Chinese players, but no real out-and-out striker. So that is why for the next 9 months, they're only going to be scanning for attackers. I want them to go ahead and find the Chinese Messi, the Chinese Ronaldo, the Chinese Fat Ronaldo. And as for Robert Lee, I know it still looks incriminating that he's looking for physically strong Nigerians, but once he is done with this racist shit, we're going to go ahead and put him over to Brazil, and he's going to be searching out for the next 9 months to go ahead and grab us some high-end talent there. And as for the youngsters of last season, I've gone ahead and revamped them. No longer do they look like a bunch of generic white guys. Now they look like a bunch of generic, well, I guess maybe not so generic Chinese guys. As well as I got through the first round of naming these guys. Yes, I went ahead and whispered the first subs to the Twitch channel, and you guys came back with me with some names is a way to say it. Bang Wang stayed the same, but we went ahead and we changed his face and his hairstyle a little bit. Hagao was a selection of one of the subscribers, and as you can see, we customized him to give him the check helmet. He looks very, very lovely. Wang Gang Jr., you guys already know about. He's the captain of the side. He's going to be here forever and ever, apparently. And at the left back position, we have Augie Wang. So the way that it worked was you guys can choose the first name, and I get to keep it with the Chinese last name. And next subscriber wanted to go ahead and name the youth product, whose last name was Dong, so he opted for this first name. And I think with a name like that, I thought it was only fitting to give him a penis-shaped hairstyle. Look at that phallic-shaped head. Next up, this Chinaman was named by Squirrel Crows, who was the most generous donator of any subscriber, so I had to give him a personal shout-out. Thank you so much, Squirrel Crows. But he went ahead and named this guy Lu Bu. And if you guys remember, there was a Lu Bu in the original series, and his name is based off of the famous Chinese warrior and fan favorite of the Dynasty Warrior series. For a quick backstory on Lu Bu, essentially, he was a warrior worth 1,000 in ancient Chinese time. But because of his physical prowess, he became arrogant and treacherous, often flipping from one side to the other, whatever suited his whim. He was a mercenary and an asshole, but he was so amazing at fighting that sides kept on clamoring to go ahead and bring him in. Essentially, he was ancient China's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Arrogant, a head case, a womanizer, but god damn it, he's good. And since we've given him the namesake of a Chinese war general, we have given him the hairstyle of a Chinese war general. Kind of. He's got another one of the girl hair ponytail thing. Cute ass bangs in the front. So cute. Stay this cute, Lu Bu, we're gonna call you Cute Boo. And next up, we have another return of a fan favorite from the previous series, and that, of course, is Ho Hugh. Roughly translates to Biggie Small. And he is an interesting cat coming in at 4'11". Remember from the last episode, we found a prospect with a potential of 85 to 93 or somewhat, and that is him. This is the Chinese Messi, and his name is Biggie Smalls. Next up is this center mid, 18 years of age, and we have named him Yang Yum Jai, aka Soup Boy. I mean, the Chinese people love soup, but I wanted to Chinese-fy it a little bit. Jai is boy in Chinese. Sticking on the theme of boy, another one of the subscribers wanted to nickname him Nana Boy. There's no direct translation to that, so I changed it to Nana Jai, and Nana roughly translates to like graceful. So this is the graceful boy. Another subscriber wanted to nickname this one Bao Zhang, which is a little bit more conservative, but Bao is very cute. It's the name for like a Chinese bun with like meat in the middle. I myself in the crew mode is named Chairman Bao, so this guy could be my cousin. Last but not least, one of my mods, Prudv, went ahead and named this man Riongo Sling. He has a strange first name and he's of mixed ethnicity. He's part Mongolian, part Chinese. And the reason why Prudv named him this is, well, say his name really fast. Riongo Sling. Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling. This joke is so stupid. But Ryan Gosling is how we're gonna pronounce it, goddammit. Has 5-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. Fucking La La Land, man. So talented, so good looking. So that is the initial wave of Chinese youngsters that we're going to be incorporating into the side. Hopefully they have more memorable names now, so you can kind of differentiate from them. And as we did in the previous series, we're going to be diving into their backstories as soon as maybe next week. And I think this is the perfect time, since we're in the preseason tournament, to go ahead and try these youngsters out as opposed to using kind of more of the old guard. So let's get into the highlights. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the preseason. If you remember, last year we bowed out pretty quickly. We were a side with not much talent, and really I was getting used to the game on ultimate difficulty. And this year I'm a little bit more used to it. Hulk absolutely smashing it into the top net. Beautiful, sweet strike from him. And then look at this inch perfect cross into the middle. Hulk gets off with a brace, and I have gotten off just watching him. Thank you, good sir. I have Hulk smashed my meat to you many a time. As we go into the Estadio Olimpico, look at this intricate play. Hulk is onside. What is he going to do here? Stop with a fake shot, and look at this. Angelic. Have you ever seen a strike more pure, more sensual than Hulk? But we weren't going to let Hulk have all the fun, finally! The Chinaman from the Academy! The first Chinaman from the Academy ever to score in this series, and who is it? Of course, it is Thick Dong! Hit him with the Thick Dong dance! Down with the thickness! The sickness! Oh, delightful. And finally, our Academy is playing a little bit of dividends as we march our way. A lot easier this year to get into the final of the preseason tournament. That is what we play for, boys. Preseason silverware. Yes. As we go up against a Norwich side, and early on it was easy, ripping them asunder. And who else is it but the man of this episode? Show him the guns, Hulk. And a lovely play. Could we find a second 24th minute? Lovely, lovely jable, as Spencer FC would say. Paulinho. The two Brazilians going ahead and grabbing themselves an early goal lead. And excuse me, so I can... I just had to. But all was not well. After putting up a 2-goal lead in the 30th minute, a goal-bound scramble results in this Norwich City somehow finding a way through this bearded balding man who's yelling at the camera. I don't know why he's doing that, but sensational skill to actually get it off here. And we were in a bit of peril until who would step up but another Chinaman! This time, Chao Chen, one of the few Chinamen who actually are not named by a sub. But we might have to give him a name after this and just do it, dab on him. Oh, devastating insult to injury, dabbing on our Norwich opponents. And we go ahead and claim our first piece of silverware. Who else is going to lift it up but Wang, gang, the captain. Hopefully demonstrating what will be the first of many beautiful trophies that we shall lift up with them. Glory and honor is ours, as we have to go, before we get into this, vote on who the MVP should be. I think personally, has to be Hulk as one, Thick Dong for being the first Chinaman to go ahead and score for China, and Wang Gang for lifting the trophy. He did it so well. Vote on the MVP. So yeah, go ahead and vote on all those things. And I have a huge announcement, and I'm so proud to announce this, guys. My girlfriend, Mrs. Monis, has gotten into the Ivy League school of Cornell.
Pronounced Cornell. It's the highest rank in the Ivy League.
For you guys who don't know, I was already planning on moving out, and I've been saving up a lot of money lately just to do that. But now we know our destination. We're moving to New York. Not New York City, Ithaca. It's like 3 hours away. But still New York. And we'll be moving there in the summer, and I'm so excited for her, man. She worked so hard to get in. So please, guys, go ahead. Say congratulations down in the comment section. And I want to give a personal thank you to all you guys who have supported us all along the way, man. Thank you to all my Twitch subscribers. You guys are going to be more valuable than ever. And each and every one of you guys, I can't say thank you enough, man. This is an extremely exciting time for myself, an extremely exciting time for my girlfriend, and it's going to be a brand new chapter of both of our lives. So yeah, thank you to all you guys. And if you're watching this on either Saturday or Sunday, I'm currently streaming over on the Twitch Poos. Go ahead and check me out. 10 a.m. PST or 7 p.m. UK time. But that is pretty much going to conclude this initial episode of Season 2 of the China Ruins Everything career mode. If you want to get all caught up, go ahead and click over here, Dings and Boos. If you want to check out my latest FIFA 19 experiment, go ahead and click over here. But that's going to be all from your supreme leader. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble. Until next time, boys. Jogging.